You're watching another True Villain commentary.
Alright everybody, it's True Villain, welcome back. And today I want to talk about something that feels way bigger than just another leak cycle. Because yeah, the MW4 rumors are starting to show up. People are watching Infinity Ward again. People are looking for reveal dates again. And the usual Call of Duty machine is clearly starting to warm up. But I think the real question is not just when Modern Warfare 4 gets revealed. The real question is, if the reveal happens soon, does anybody still care the way they used to? Kia. Because that, to me, is the real story right now. Not just the rumor, not just the logo, not just the leaked setting, not just the campaign access talk. It's the fact that Call of Duty is entering another annual hype window, and the community feels more disconnected than it should. That is what makes this year interesting. Now, let's get the grounded part out of the way first. As of right now, Activision has not officially announced Modern Warfare 4. Publicly, there is no confirmed title, no official reveal trailer, and no formal launch date. And when you look at Infinity Ward's public careers pages, they are still talking broadly about work on the Call of Duty franchise, not openly listing some named Modern Warfare 4 project on the public side. That matters, because it tells you that even if the rumor mill feels loud right now, the official side is still keeping this under wraps. At the same time, the rumor side is not coming out of nowhere either. GameSpot is still describing the next mainline 2026 entry as unannounced, but widely expected to be Modern Warfare 4. While Insider Gaming has been carrying reports tying Infinity Ward's 2026 game to a Korea-centered campaign setup, that does not make the branding official. But it does explain why so many people are already talking about MW4 like it's basically locked in. And that's where the reveal speculation starts making more sense. Because if you go back and look at the last couple of Infinity Ward-led cycles, there actually is a pattern. Modern Warfare 2019 got its official reveal on the 30th of May 2019. Modern Warfare 2 got officially announced on the 8th of June 2022. Then later that summer, Activision followed it with Call of Duty. Next, on the 15th of September 2022, as the big multiplayer showcase. So if people are looking at the calendar right now and saying, okay, we're entering reveal season again, that is not a crazy read. Historically, late spring into early summer is exactly where this stuff has started before. Now, does that mean the reveal is automatically imminent? No, but it does mean the speculation has actual historical support behind it. And that's important, because there's a difference between random community guessing and this is roughly where Activision has moved before on Infinity Ward years. The bigger challenge is that historical timing alone is not enough to build real excitement anymore. The audience has been burned too many times for that. And I think that's why the early campaign access rumor is actually one of the more interesting parts of this whole conversation. Because if Activision brings that back for MW4, that is not just a pre-order perk, that is a messaging decision. They already used it with Modern Warfare 2, where digital pre-orders got up to 1 week of campaign early access, beginning the 20th of October 2022, before the full launch on October 28. They used it again with Modern Warfare 3, where campaign early access began the 2nd of November 2023, again, up to a week before launch. In both cases, that early campaign window was positioned as part of the premium launch rollout, not just a random little bonus. So if MW4 does the same thing, the real implication is bigger than, cool, we get to play early. What it would really say is that Activision believes the campaign is once again strong enough to lead the conversation. And that matters a lot, because when the campaign is weak, the whole game starts behind. The tone feels off. The early word of mouth gets worse. The franchise looks less confident. But when the campaign actually lands, it helps shape the identity of the whole release. It reminds people that Call of Duty can still feel like an event before everybody gets swallowed by multiplayer, Warzone, ranked, camo grind, and all the other stuff. So if Infinity Ward really is leaning into early campaign access again, I do not just look at that as a sales tactic. I look at it as a possible sign that they want the story and the mood to matter this year. And honestly, they kind of need that. Because the bigger franchise issue right now is not that information is missing, it's that trust is missing. That is why the reveal question feels so weird this year. Usually, once a Modern Warfare title starts circling toward announcement season, the community naturally builds hype around the name alone. This time, the brand still has weight, but I do not think the energy is automatic anymore. I think a lot of players are in this prove-it mode now. That is the shift. People are not starving for just a logo. They are not starving for just Captain Price on a poster. They are not starving for just another teaser. They want to know if the next Infinity Ward game actually learned anything. That is why the reveal matters more than usual. Not because it is a reveal, but because it has to do more work. It has to restore momentum, not just start it. And that brings me back to the "does anyone actually care?" part. I do not think the answer is nobody cares. That would be fake and dramatic. I think the real answer is more uncomfortable than that. People care, but they care with suspicion now. That is a very different place for Call of Duty to be. The audience is still watching. They still want a reason to believe. They still want MW4 to be good, but they are not giving out free hype like they used to. And honestly, maybe that is deserved. Because when you look at the broader direction of the franchise, it is pretty obvious why the community is more hesitant now. Too many games have felt too familiar. Too many ideas have felt recycled. Too many launches have felt like they needed more time. Too much of COD now feels like it is trying to protect the annual machine instead of creating something that really earns player excitement again. So for me, the current rumors are interesting, but they are not the main event. The main event is whether the eventual reveal actually feels like a real direction, not just the next scheduled product. That is why the official Infinity Ward listings being generic matters. That is why the historical reveal dates matter. That is why the early campaign access rumor matters. All of those things are building blocks around one bigger question. What is Activision actually trying to tell us about the future of Call of Duty through this next reveal? If the answer is more of the same, but shinier, then the leaks do not matter much. If the answer is, we finally understand what a Modern Warfare game needs to feel like again, then yeah, people will care. Fast. And that is why I think MW4's reveal, whenever it happens, has to do three things at once. It has to look confident, it has to look distinct, and it has to look like Infinity Ward is not just following the annual script again. Because the leaks alone are not enough anymore. The timing alone is not enough anymore. The name alone is not enough anymore. The community needs a reason to feel that this is not just another stop on the conveyor belt. And if Activision understands that, the reveal could hit way harder than people expect. If they do not, then the rumors are just going to keep floating around in this weird empty space where everybody knows a new COD is coming. But nobody feels much of anything until the game proves itself. If you've got a real opinion on MW4 right now, drop it in the comments. Not whether you think the reveal is next week or next month, but whether you actually still have real excitement for the next Infinity Ward game. And if you're new around here, subscribe, because the second Activision actually stops hinting and starts showing, we're definitely talking about it. See you guys in the next video.